For more than 20 years, I have worked with owners of closely held businesses from several million to several hundred million in revenues, assisting these owners in maximizing business value, reducing risk, and ultimately exiting successfully. Perhaps the biggest lesson I have learned, the most important insight that I can share with you, is that most owners are poorly prepared for exit, and even worse, do not fully know what is required to achieve exit success. If that insight surprises you, if you find it unbelievable, then let me make the point this way. Exiting successfully, achieving financial freedom, realizing maximum value for the business, fulfilling a business legacy, these aspirations are of the highest importance to business owners. If you fail to achieve exit success, however you define it, which might become for you the greatest disappointment in your career. So, if exit is so important, then how come there are so many statistics and stories of business owners who could not find a buyer for the business, found a buyer, but failed to reach financial freedom when they exited, saw their business legacy collapse shortly after they exited, witnessed the family business suffer or fail after an exit? Even further, how come exit is so personally painful, so hard on the business, so heavily taxed, and so expensive to do for so many owners? Given how important this issue is, why do so many owners struggle and too many fail? It is a complex question without a simple answer. In my experience, the most common and consistent reason owners have such a hard time with exit is most owners do not fully understand what is required to exit successfully. Owners suffer from a number of myths and misconceptions with regards to exit planning, and these erroneous beliefs get them in trouble. Exit planning is not a game, but if it were, it's like you're playing a game that you've only been given half the rule book. One of the most destructive myths is what I call the growth myth. The growth myth simply says this: if I grow my business, I will exit successfully. Growing a business is important, critically important, but it's not enough, and it may not even be a path to exit success. Let me explain why. When a business sells, most of the time the selling owner uses a team of advisors, including lawyers, accountants, and mergers and acquisitions professionals. For good reasons, they each play an important role in a business sale. However, with all due respect to my colleagues in those professions, much of what they do when it comes time to sell the business is damage control. The lawyers, accountants, and M&A team fix problems associated with the business, problems that can trigger higher taxes, reduce the business's sale price, reduce the amount of cash the seller gets up front, or block the exit altogether. The owner has had the business for 5, 10, or 20 or more years, and yet these professionals come into the picture the last few months, look around, and have to say to the owner, "Oh, that's not so good. We're going to have to figure out how we work around this," or "that structure, that's going to hinder the deal," or "we're going to regret not having this item. It's going to cause us problems." These advisors typically do fine work, but too much of their time and talent is spent on undoing or figuring out workarounds for decisions the owner made a long, long time ago, decisions now hindering or threatening to derail a successful exit. And here's the irony. Too often, all of this comes as a surprise to the business owner. You thought you were doing it right. The issues and problems that these other advisors have to solve are byproducts of decisions you made long ago, decisions that at the time you believed were right to grow the business. You've been operating under the myth that all you have to do is grow your business to exit successfully. In other words, take care of the business and it will take care of you. Unfortunately, growing your business is not enough. If that's all it takes, just grow your business to a certain size, then nearly every business over a certain size would be sold quickly and painlessly. All owners would get all cash deals, and you'd probably never hear about any failed exits. Unfortunately, we all know that's not the real world. The growth myth is an incomplete set of rules for what it takes to exit successfully.